Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Lorwyn Eclipsed Draft here on the channel. Let's dive on in and see what we're working with. So far, I have found that there are a couple archetypes that tend to beat me the most when I play against them. The blue-white Merfolk deck has been pretty good against me, and the green-white deck has been pretty good against me. So maybe we'll try to draft one of those. But we did open Bray of Clan Stoutarm, so could be a nice excuse to try red-white, which is a deck that has some -1/-1 counter synergy. It kind of just plays as an aggressive deck, I think. This card's really good if it sticks around, though. 4 mana, 4/4. You give your stuff lifelink. It feels like that could be really strong. What else is in this pack? Well, the other cards that come to mind are Cinder Strike, which has gone down a bit for me. 2 damage doesn't kill everything you want to kill. Giving your thing -1/-1 is a pretty big downside, but in some decks it's really solid and can definitely do some good work. You just need to have like a good creature to put the counters on. And then Bristlebane Outrider is pretty nice too. I'm going to take the Bray and then try to draft around it. I think it's enough stronger than Bristlebane Outrider. Like, this thing just wins you the game. This thing, they can take a couple hits. That it's worth taking a multicolored card, though it is high risk, and I will be willing to abandon it. Oh, I see. It's going to be one of those sorts of drafts. Tristan's Command is also a messed up card. I mean, starting off with 2 multicolored cards, honestly, isn't as weird as you might think, because I could just do some crazy splash, and these both end up in my multicolored control deck. I've been drafting multicolored control a lot. This thing, you just basically, you could choose 2 modes. Usually, you're going to get 2 permanents back and destroy a creature, and that's going to be like good enough to win you the game. It's just such a powerful thing at 6 mana. It's just a 3-for-1. There's also Pestered Wellguard. Maybe a card I want to get some reps in with. As I was mentioning, I think the Merfolk deck does do some powerful things. I just don't really care about a lot of the blue commons. It feels like a lot of these things, like based on like the uncommons or the like white cards, can do a lot of heavy lifting. Safe Right Cavalry is pretty reasonable, I think. This pack is pretty weak other than the Tristan's Command, though. This is a pretty easy Tristan's Command pick, I think. I don't want to take like Squawk Roaster or something. Okay, 3 picks in. There's a Blight Rot. There is... I do like Safe Right Cavalry, but I think I would take Blight Rot over to get a kill spell. And I'm totally willing to abandon the red-white deck and just go like black-green. Chomping Changeling, there's not as many artifacts and enchantments, and so if this doesn't kill something, it's kind of a big deal and doesn't really do much, so I don't love this card. Bilevile Boggart's one that I want to get some more experience with, just as like a tool to combat some aggression. There's Wary Farmer, which I've really liked. I think this card's quite strong. But I'm going to take Blight Rot. Get myself a nice kill spell. Safe Right Cavalry's my wheel. Squawk Roaster's fine. The rare is not really much to write home about. Non-creature spells having Conspire. You just need to have a non-creature and a bunch of creatures of that color. It's just too much effort. Okay. Our black-green deck is coming together. As I said, I've lowered my priority on Cinder Strike a little bit. But I do like Luminolisk a decent amount. I think here it's between the Luminolisk and the Great Forest Druid. I think I'm going to take the Druid. If I take the Druid, I could end up in a spot where I can like do a splash. Luminolisk is another 4-drop. I think I'm going to wheel some of those Safe Right Cavalries maybe. And Great Forest Druid, for my black-green kind of splashy deck, could be good. Though I might not end up splashing this. It's close. I think Luminolisk is good, but I like rather make sure... I want to be able to gain 3 life with this some percentage of the time before I play it. I tried playing it. When you only gain 1 life off it, you feel like you kind of failed. We're seeing some... This is like okay in the Merfolk deck. This is like... None of these cards are great, though. Okay. Bristlebane Outrider now. There's also Liminal Hold. Would I rather have this kind of aggressive 4-drop or just a kill spell that gains me some life? Keeping in mind that gaining life is good with Bray. I really like Liminal Hold in my control decks. Life gain that's like on random stuff is pretty helpful. Bristlebane gives me odds to just play like a black-green deck, though I'm not necessarily seeing the black-green cards I would need for that. Let's just take the Liminal Hold here. And now, yeah, I'm glad I didn't try to go black-green elves, because I'm not really seeing green cards. Maybe green isn't that open. There is a Kolarath Zealot, which I don't love. Flame Chain Mauler is not my favorite. Lofty Dreams is pretty good, but not really for my deck. Blue's the only color I'm not playing right now, though I could end up 5-color. I could end up red-green base, so I might just take a 2-drop. That seems okay. I could take this, which gives me some fixing, but I should be able to get one of those. later. Okay. I like Explosive Prodigy in these decks. Steam Vents would be good, but I'm not playing blue right now, and my fixing is sketchy enough for my 2 colors. Red-green is a decent base for these spots, though. Feardock Core. If I play red-green base, it becomes a little bit easier to splash both Tristan's Command and these cards, because I play red-green, splash a couple black cards, splash a couple white cards, have red and green early game. I've not been a huge fan of Bold Weir Aggressor. I got a chance to play with it. It's okay, but not my favorite. Blighted Blackthorn's one that I kind of want to try out at some point, but I'm going to try the Feardock Core. Get myself the fixing. And now, I don't like Darkness Descends. My opponent's played it against me a couple times. It didn't do that much. I don't have a lot of instants for this Tome Skimmer. Moon Vigil Adherence is maybe okay. I think I'd rather just get more 2-drops, though. This thing can be pretty substantial. I'd rather not play a double green card if I can help it, though. Squawk Roaster, sure. If I can get 4 colors into play, that could be pretty good. I could also just take Safe Right Cavalry. 4 mana, 4/4 every time. Versus a 1/4. Yeah, let's just take the Safe Right Cavalry. I don't really want the Squawk Roaster. Vile Boggart. Sure, the early defense. Okay, so this deck's kind of coming together. A couple of 5-color fixers. We got... now there's a Grub. So I can get back Goblins. I don't really have good Goblins to get back. There's also Ashling. Add mana of any color to cast my expensive cards. That could be pretty good. I need blue to flip it, though. Or I could just take a Great Forest Dryad. Great Forest Dryad's a lot worse from a power level perspective. So if and then there's Mirror Form, which can do some sweet things. I just don't really want it for myself right now. I'm really tempted by this Great Forest Dryad. Grub gets back Goblins. I don't have any Goblins. I'm just going to take the Druid. Ashling's also really solid if I had blue mana more easily. I just don't have much blue right now. And the Druid, I want to try doing these Druid shenanigans. Beautiful. So this can tap for any color to cast elementals. I have a couple of elementals. There's also Nameless Inversion I could splash. Let's take the Flame Braider. Feels like it could do some good stuff. I could get some elementals later for sure. This is a decent card. This is a decent card. 2 bodies seems pretty good for my defenses. Rhyme Chill. Harmonized Crescendo. I don't have a lot of things that have the same creature type. I might just play the Elder Auntie as a defensive measure. 2 bodies for 1 card is pretty good on defense. Ooh, Kithkeeper. Top end card, maybe. Make a bunch of 1/1s when it comes into play. There's also Sig's Command, copy of Merfolk, creatures I get lifelink. Or just another 2-drop. There's also Tweeze and Bog Slither's Embrace. I don't know if I can use the Kithkeeper very well. I already have my splash. I think I might just take the removal spell. I don't have a lot of removal right now. I also think the Sourbread Auntie is pretty decent, but I already have a couple 4-drops. Let's just take the kill spell. Now we get this guy. Perfect for our deck. Makes our splash a lot better. Easy pickup. And now Luminalisk is starting to look pretty good because we have white permanents. We don't really have any black permanents, but we could gain like 3 life off that. Could also just take the Sizzling Changeling. Let's just do that. Get the cheaper card. Fuel my draws. Cinder Strike. Sure, I'll take 1 copy of this. Red is quite open. This gains me some life, which is useful for sure. This is also a nice little card. I'll just get the 4-drop. This is why I've been prioritizing my cheap spells. I've got a bunch of early plays. Okay. Explosive Prodigy is looking medium. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of ways to get up any land type. I would love an Evolving Wilds in this deck. Grove guys may be fine. I could maybe try this guy. I don't really want to play blue. On the wheel, we wheeled a 05. That's not useful for me. I guess I could take the red card. I'll just do that. Don't really want it though. Similarly, just take the green card, my base colors. Sure, we'll take the Blackthorn. Ooh, Bogslither's Embrace came back. Nice little kill spell for our late game. Boom. That's a good top end card. Makes me feel good about playing some ramp. This card's excellent. What else is in this pack for me if I wasn't taking that? Maybe I would try the Wildvine Pummeler. I don't love this card, though. And this card's okay sometimes. Not really for my deck, though. Yeah, it's a pretty easy Curious Colossus. This card is messed up. Double white might be a little bit trickier for me to get, but maybe I'll just do a deeper splash of white then. And have like a second planes to go search up. Got a couple good top end cards. Got some decent early game. Bogslither's Embrace for the late game removal. Let's just take the Grave Shifter now. Maybe I don't want Grave Shifter. Maybe I'd rather have Cinder Strike or Giant Fall. Giant Fall's pretty bad with the Great Forest Druid. What do I really want here? Kill Spell, Grave Shifter. Let's just take a cheaper kill spell. Helps me survive a bit. Kith Keeper could be decent now. Make 3 1/1s. Try not to play the Blackthorn. Try not to play the Grove Guide. Try not to play that. 3 black cards, 3 white cards. This is double white, but it's a 7-drop. Yeah, let's just try it like this. Kithkeeper, eh? Also champion of the Klakan. My Kitkin count is non-existent. My Shapeshifter count is 2. We cannot play this guy. We could play Kithkeeper number 2. This card's really strong, though. I think I'm going to take this card. Though double blue is really hard to cast. What am I saying? I think I'd rather have Fear-Dock Core number 2, honestly. So I can cast this by revealing a Kithkin. This is a Kithkin. Cast this by revealing an elf. My elf count's much higher. I have 2 elves, 2 shapeshifters, 2 shapeshifter artifacts. So this thing could be a 2-drop a decent amount of the time and ramp me into my expensive stuff. Glister Bairn. Turn any of my random guys into big creatures. Seems decent. There's also Liminal Hold, but I have plenty of removal now, I think. And this even gets me an extra color for my Vivid sometimes. Nope, don't need the Idyllic Tutor. Don't have a lot of fairies, but I do have these, which count as fairies. But it's blue, I'm not playing blue. I guess I'll just take the Gristle Glutton. I don't think it's very good, though. Well, Winnow's messed up. In the right spot, you just win the game with this thing, so we'll take that. Winnowing. Maybe we need card advantage in some matchups. Let's just try this. Creature count is high enough, yeah. Actually, let's just take another creature. We don't really want the random hard to cast card draw. Okay, this is a weird deck again. I've got some powerful top end, though. That's for sure. That is most certainly for sure. It's weird because I'm not really playing that many green cards. Okay, we only want 1 swamp, 2 plains. Something like this. We can cast this thing using Flame Braider mana, which is nice. Maybe I should have thought about that a little bit more. So 6, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 7, 17, yep. So now we make 7 cuts here. Kithkeeper, maybe not worth playing. We have plenty of good top end stuff, I think. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. And what is the last couple cuts? My elf count is 3 plus 2 shapeshifters plus 2 there. So casting this on turn 2 is a real possibility. And I want to make 2 more cuts. I can winnow this. I can't really convoke this out ever. I need double white. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, kind of 6 white sources. I'm counting these like half. My kill spells look like this. How many kills do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll cut one of those. And I'll cut... I think Glister Baron's fine. Maybe it's unnecessary. Yeah, triple green's going to be hard in this deck, or near impossible. Yep, okay, we're going to try it like this. And as we get to the games, I would like to shout out the NicolaiBolas Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you're enjoying my videos and you'd like to support my mission to make draft accessible for people of all skill levels, Patreon's the place to go. And you gain access to cool bonus content like my card by card tier list and format dodge document. Special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It makes a tremendous difference. Okay, here we go. We have... I'm going to keep this. We have Tweez to help us find extra stuff, Changeling to help us find extra stuff. We do have 7 forests and 2 and 3 colorless 3-drops that could help us get there. 17 lands, you're about 70% to hit your 3rd land. And if we do, we're going to be able to Tweez, Sizzling, Changeling. We have some of our most powerful cards. We can discard this to Tweez. Okay, big draw here for us. Playing against white-green. This is a key moment. Land me. Boom. Perfect land, too. I will play my Sizzling Changeling. I'm going to make this trade, too. White-green is a matchup I face all the time, so my control decks have to be ready for it. Kill this. Ditch the Bog Slither's Embrace. I think. Actually, we'll ditch the Blight Rot. Okay. And no attacks. Another Wary Farmer, sure. Looking for extra lands. Beautiful. We got all our colors. The dream. We don't want them doing any surveilling. They have 5 cards. I have 5 cards. We have this thing, though, which is going to be pretty great, I think. Okay, they kill my enchantment. That's fine. I'm a couple lands away from getting that back anyway. Okay. this is going to be a huge win condition for me, so I can afford to make a couple of haphazard trades because I'll get back this and this when I do replay that. Okay. I cannot play this for 2 mana. No, I can. No, I can't. I have to... because I have the elf sorcery in my hand. And then I will Cinder Strike. This can tap for 2 mana next turn to play my Tristan's Command, because I have this elf in my graveyard. Oh yeah, this could be real good for us. Blocks. Land is good. So I could get back Changeling and Liminal Hold. Could also just play this. Yep, we'll just do that. Okay. Virulent Emissary. Decent to me. Make some trades happen. Losing my mana dork for a 2/1, maybe not the best thing I could have done. They crib swap it. That's unfortunate. Crib swap has done a little bit more work than I thought it would, but I still don't like it. Like, the 1/1 is still super relevant here. Okay, sure. I can use Liminal Hold to make sure this thing doesn't take over the game. Crossroads Watcher, sure. No blocks. I think this is fine. This 2/1 can deal with their Emissary. I have Liminal Hold. Oh, this will be really good. I can kill both these things. Give me a land. Yes, there we go. This thing could be okay now. Liminal Hold, sure. I can Liminal Hold their Liminal Hold, which is nice. And they scoop it up. Huh. I was kind of running out of stuff to do there. Maybe I was playing a little gung-ho with some of my removal and trades and stuff I was doing. Do I have any card advantage? Not really. I think I'm just going to keep this deck as is and accept the fact, like, take it for what it is, which is a deck that is kind of designed to beat aggro. I don't have card advantage per se, but if I play against an aggro deck, I have big stuff. So if I play like one of my Haymakers, That's probably going to be good enough. Okay, we can keep this. Lissalana into Safe Right Cavalry is a good little 1-2 punch, though I can't use this for mana. Are we playing against Kithkins? We are. There's many Kithkins running around. Swamp would be good. Fear Dot Core is also good. Now I can cast all my stuff. I'm assuming that they're going to play a Kithkin this turn and that I won't be able to block. And every point of damage matters in these scenarios. Yep, I was not going to be able to block. Okay, they found their land. Evershrike's Gift, sure. Let's cast the more expensive card. And we don't want to trade damage right now. Trading 2 for 2 is a little bit risky. Okay, so they could have +3/+3. They could have +2/+0. We're not going to block because we can hold up Blight Rot at some point to blow out their combat trick, but we now know that they probably have... I don't think they're playing +2/+2. I don't think they're playing the +2/+1 combat trick in white. White's combat tricks are kind of bad, but they probably have... +2/+0 shenanigans going on. Another Kithkin. Yeah, so they're holding up their 3 mana. They would need to give something +2/+0. So they attack with both. So I'm almost guaranteeing they have +2/+0 and indestructible. That's a good draw. Okay, so now we're in purgatory while we wait to draw one of our good cards. They have some strong options. They're not going to attack into my guy with +2/+0 this turn. And I don't think they have the +3/+3 because they were doing it without having played a creature for one of their turns. Oh. It's pretty good for us. Indestructible won't save this. Oh my gosh. I was wrong. They are playing this card. Huh. No need to block because it'll die at the end of this turn. Which, unfortunately, still leaves me in a rough spot. Okay, I need 1 plains and we're golden. Let's go. I have to apply some pressure here. Yep. Do they have both combat tricks? Okay. That's another reason I was attacking. Okay, so we have white, green, red, so we can deal 3 damage to something. This will hit me down to 1. I think this will work. Send in the gang. So I lose to a combat trick, but I think they played the combat trick that they had. No! Oh, we were so close. That's painful. Gosh darn it, that's painful. Oh, man, that was tough. You know what? If I had blocked earlier and gotten their combat trick out of their hand, the when they went for Bridget's command, they wouldn't have had to protect their guy. So, like if I'd blocked there, but then again, I was so close. Game of inches there. If I had top decked oh man, I was close. I could have played. Obviously, there's different choices you can make. I don't think I am unhappy with how I played that game. It all came down to whether they had one extra point of damage, and other than that, I think I pretty much had him. Okay, this is a good hand. We can cast all of our stuff. Yeah, firing up our guy, hitting him for 4. We had him on the ropes. Playing against a black deck, interesting. Black-red, okay. I have not faced as many black-red goblins decks. This card's a good start, though. Attacks into Great Forest Druid. Maybe the only 2-drop in the format that's capable of doing that. Deceit. Okay, they want to take a permanent from my hand. So they can take Liminal Hold, probably. Sure. Okay, so they have 5 cards in hand. I have 4 cards in hand. But I have this in play. This doesn't do anything. Okay, that's going to be great. Though all their stuff is already pretty small. Gonna go get a swamp here. I could technically get my second plains, but I don't want them to know that the guy's gonna be pretty good against me. Huh. It's weird. Oh no. This is just a bummer. I guess I should have blocked this guy. I can't lose this guy because casting Curious Colossus is such a huge part of my game plan. Okay. I'm gonna wait for them to play this guy out. Because them not having a Death Touch is a pretty important part of my game plan here. No blocks. Okay. Let's hope that what I've done here is good enough to win this game. This thing will die instantly, which is nice. I have 3 colors, so I can deal 3 to something. Yep. Not gonna risk this, like, taking extra point of damage to deal an extra point of damage here. I want to get them into chump block mode. Boom, got the win. Oh man, so far we've lost 1 game by 1 life point, and other than that, our deck kind of played out exactly the way we wanted it to. Yeah, 2-1. I mean, we could have easily been 3-0 if they hadn't drawn. Okay, we will wait and update our game. I'll see you when that is complete. Welcome to another round. I'm going to mulligan this hand. I can't cast a single spell. And I'm on the draw. This hand's much better. Keep this, keep this, keep this. Oh, I can't actually cast this red card. I'm going to get rid of that. Oh, we're playing against Kithkins again. So, ooh, nice! The late game control matchup. Oh, what a rip. The Changeling. What a rip indeed. Green White Elves. The down guard. Okay, never mind. They're just playing the same old, same old. Okay, well, we'll play this. Go get a... I think we have to go get Mountain. We don't have any double black cards anyway, so we have our Fear Dot Core to get those things going. And then we might chump block with this so that this can tap for 2 mana. Okay. The Kithkin Aspirant. Wow, they didn't want to let me chump block. Okay, well, we'll do this. Yeah. Just gonna get this going as soon as possible. They probably have a kill spell in their hand, but if they don't, I can start gaining some life. They're choosing what to use to kill my Bray. Unfortunate. Honestly, that's not the worst. Chump block, save 4 life, and now my guy taps for 2 mana. That seems okay. It might come into play later. Or we just do this. Land, core. Yeah, that's also good. So our 4/4 can block pretty well. The Brickage command I feel like could have been a little bit scarier. They made a copy and fought, so basically they used it as a kill spell for my guy. Yeah, let's go. I'm down to... How do they say it? Clown? Sure. Not the highest use of that. They get a Surveil and a 1/1. Like, all these ETBs would have been much scarier on the Aspirant at instant speed. This thing turns into a 4/4, I guess. Might as well play it a little safe here. I'm feeling pretty good about my chances of winning this game. Oh, gosh. Okay. They have to have some sort of combat trick here. Yep, that was going to be annoying at some point. If I blocked one of the other guys, I could have played around that. I assumed it was the +2/+7 indestructible. Do this. Do this. Get rid of their 4/4. I should have done this the opposite order, because now I could lose my guy to nonsense. That doesn't do anything, because it's a token. My opponent made an error. We take those. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked at all, because I can hold back all these guys by not attacking. Nope. Well, that's a great card. I'm not going to get back 2 permanents, I don't think. I'm going to copy my elf. Actually, I'm not going to kill one of their permanents. I'm just going to token and return 2 permanents. Target an elf, get back this guy and this guy. We're just out-muscling players. That's the hope, at least. Okay, red, red. Do this. Kill both their guys. They kept it on top. If they have winnowing on the top of their deck, it wrecks me. Okay, that's fine. I have winnowing, however. This is a warrior, this is a warrior, this is a warrior. I can choose a Kithkin citizen, and then they get to keep these 2. Boom! That is how you draw it up. I'm calling this the outmuscle strategy. If it's open, you just go bigger. You don't have to be filled with card advantage in this format, it feels like. You just play slightly bigger cards and eventually maybe try to outmuscle them. It's tricky, though. It's very tricky because these sorts of decks don't do well against like control decks necessarily because they're not as fast. Like a delicate rock, paper, scissors. But while the balance is in favor of the aggression, you can do these sorts of mid-rangey decks. Okay, this is an easy keep. We have plenty of cards that let us cast this Curious Colossus. We have a 2-drop. Okay, this card's going to be fantastic. Oh. This is a much higher upside play. We can use this to cast the Flame Chain Mauler. And if we draw like a 3-drop, we can play that and the Flame Chain Mauler. Oh, gosh. No. Well, that's good. Hmm. Target creature only. My gosh. I don't like it. But if I can kill the Ajani, I think I can win this game. And my menace creature could get the job done. If they just minus Ajani, it's a 2-for-1. Dune Guard, sure. This is where we hope for the best. They're gonna double block, maybe. This is so rigged. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I didn't pump it. Getting rid of a Johnny is such a pain. It's such a pain. My God. Oh, man. Can I just surrender? Like, what the heck is going on? Johnny on turn 3? Come on, game. Plus, like, multiple creatures every turn to follow up. Okay. We can probably beat a bunch of 1/1s if we can get rid of this somehow. We just need to draw one of our liminal things or whatever it's called.
Stand by my side, friend.
Okay. Or have them play like some random creature and then we winnowing them. Everything so far is a Kithkin. I will double block. The Timid Shield Bearer can pump their team anyway. The 2-for-2 if this changeling finds me something I can use. Bingo bango bongo. Mountain, that's something I can kind of use. Looking for a... Oh my gosh. This would have been good for killing a Johnny. Yep. I mean, you can normally outmuscle them unless they play a Johnny and get 5 1/1 tokens out of the deal, and then you can't outmuscle them. Yep. I mean, if they have like any 3-drop except the Johnny, I think I can win that game. Because I wouldn't be able to just spam out all that stuff. And I wouldn't be under pressure to attack them, so I could like use my guys defensively a little bit better, but I also didn't have my colors that game, which is also a risk of this strategy. We're 3-2. Our 2 losses felt kind of rough, though, I feel like. We lost to an Ajani, and we lost to, like, some other crazy start. Okay, we're going to keep this. We do need a white source, but if we find a white source, we can do some serious work. And we have 2-drop, 3-drop. This thing can help us find stuff. I can't believe I haven't seen an Evolving Wilds like this. I didn't see one the entire draft. It would have been so perfect for my deck. The Flame Chain Mauler is a fine 2-drop. It's nothing special. Which is crazy, because in some older formats, this would have been, like, the best common. Okay, that's pretty good. Send in. I'm on the beatdown plan right now. Because they're playing elementals, and they have a 2-drop that taps for 2 mana of any color. Yeah, I'm so toasted. This game's over. Brutal. Brutal! Oh my gosh. Never mind. We live to fight another day. Since I don't have much else to do, I'm just going to keep sending in the gang. I think they're on the defensive right now. and this thing was going to maybe refuel them. Twin Flame Travelers. Great card. Great card. Don't like my chances, but then again, when have I ever? Oh gosh. Oh goodness. And all their stuff is elementals, so this winnowing is looking really, really bad. It's kind of funny. Wrong splash land. Yeah, my deck is definitely looking decidedly sketchy now. Okay. They can get a truly enormous amount of mana if they want it. Another Twin Flame Travelers, okay. It's crazy that winnowing does literally nothing right now. Activate this guy. So, you know, I'm just gonna play this. They don't have a single thing that can really profitably block this. I mean, Flame Chain Mauler kind of can. No! That's evil. Well, this is looking grim. Such a bummer, as they say. I drew all three of my white cards. Unfortunate. I do have sources of white. They get a triple trigger. Yep. Oh, man, we tried. Oh my gosh, their deck is crazy. They only played elementals. I guess winnowing is worse than I thought it was, because both of the times we drew it, it was pretty useless. I had someone cast it against me, and it was a one-sided board wipe, so I thought it might be a little bit better, but that's how that goes. We learned some stuff. Winnowing probably shouldn't have been in the deck. Probably should have just had another Cinder Strike. If we did, we might have been able to win that game. Especially because it was double white, which made it harder to cast. But that game we had two of these, this guy, these two planes. Like we had 7 draws that entire game that would have been pretty useful for us. And unfortunately, we just couldn't quite get the job done. If you made it to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag Outmuscle, because I feel like that's kind of what our deck was trying to do. And I think we were pretty successful doing it when we didn't go up against complete nonsense. So hopefully you enjoyed it. I mean, I'm not saying that our deck was perfect. I mean, it could have definitely been better, but I mean, some of our losses were just like, we lost to some crazy stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And, I'm just going to put in the winnowing again because this is what the deck actually looked like. But yeah, some lessons learned, some fun times. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.